means track is closed for you. Do not book your holiday for that. Okay, but see here, on the 18th, it's open. And you're looking at the time and you're like, weren't we supposed to set off like 30 minutes ago? We're still in the port. That's where I am. That's where Nurburgring is, okay? Right there. Then, see that one there? That would be a horrible week to book your Nurburgring trip. Showed you a video of this. This is the Nurburgring card. So this here, I think it still has a bit of money in it. Go down this way, okay? This misses Autobahn. You will not be able to go on Autobahn. If you're going by yourself, that's a risky one because you're going to have to carry all your stuff in the boot. That's all that weight. Plus, if you do break down, you're on your own. It's better to go with a group. We did all of the Autobahn. All of that is Autobahn. Honestly, it is the best time ever.
Indigo Production.
Cheers, bud. Look at the size of that. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are talking about how much did it cost, tips and tricks, things that I won't be doing again, and hopefully this video will help you for your journey to Nurburgring. Okay, so firstly, I'm going again in September. a couple of my mates, they went on separate times, but we didn't know that we were all going to Nurburgring. So in September, it's not confirmed, but hopefully I go again, okay, for a longer period of time. So I spent 3 days in Nurburgring. So if you guys want to go Nurburgring, just message me on Insta and we might get a massive group going down on September, okay, but not confirmed. I need to check if my car's ready by then. But so if you're planning to go on Nurburgring, first thing you need to do is prioritize them. There's four or five things, okay? First thing is you need to phone your insurance. You need to phone your insurance and check if you are covered to drive across in Europe. Now obviously if you live in America and stuff like that, it's going to be a bit hard to get your car from America to Germany. It's going to cost a lot. But what Nurburgring, you can rent a car. It's very expensive. If you crash, it's like 18,000 euros. So risk it. So that if you do live like say outwards, like America, Canada, stuff like that, you can rent a car. But then if you crash on track, not only will you be paying for the barriers and stuff like that, it's very expensive. Okay, so if you do live far, you can still drive something on Nurburgring. But I live in UK and my insurance covered it, so it's part of my policy. So I phoned them up and said, I'm going on this date and this date, am I covered? Because obviously they send you a whole thing, but no one really reads that. You phone your insurance, tell them, am I covered? For me it was nothing. For one of my mates, he had to pay like £25 and just for like a charge for changing stuff for these dates. For me it was nothing. I just needed to tell him I'm going there and there. My policy already covered it. Most of the big insurance companies, they will cover it, so you don't need to worry. If your policy doesn't cover it, maybe they can add it on for a charge, but if they can't, then I don't know what insurance you have, to be honest. Most insurance will cover you abroad. So once that's done, you know you can drive abroad. Second thing is the map, okay? The Nurburgring, it's not always open, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I mean by this. So I'm just on Google, type in Nurburgring, and all you want to do is go here, the official Nurburgring website, then go over here, up there, open hours, click that, come on baby. Then it's tourist drives, Norge whatever. Then go down here, Okay, so this is what I was talking about. You see there? That's red. That means track is closed for you. Do not book your holiday for that. Okay, but see here, on the 18th, it's open from 17 to 19:30. Over here, open from 8 to 19. So that's a full day there, Bosh. On the, is that 20th? Yeah, on the 20th. Wait, where was that one? Yeah, it was that one. I must have clicked something else, but you know what I mean, okay? On the 25th, it's open from 17 to 19:30. It's beautiful. Now let's just go in May. Okay, so see that one there? That would be a horrible week to book your Nurburgring trip, because on 27th closed, 28th closed. So they might have maintenance or events on, stuff like that. So let's see, June. Close on 12th, 12's on 19th, close on 21. So if you wanted to go in June, that would be a good one there. Look, on the 4th, it's 17 to 19, 17 to 19. So you get, actually, it's an hour. Oh, that's a 8 till 9. Oh, that's a full day there, boy. That's a full day of trackness. Right, July, August. Let's see here, September. September's looking good. Okay, so that's what you need to check. So hopefully you understand that it's always changing, okay? And if it rains really heavily, some of them events will change. They'll move them events, okay? So right now, say if you wanted to go in August or September, like I want to do, there are some green days, but once time comes near it, them green days, they might be changed, okay? So they might be closed, they might be whatever. So it's always changing. You can't really confirm, especially like a year's time. The best time to do it is like a month before, but then even a month before, they might just change it. So the best advice is to pick like 4 days in a row that are all green. Don't just risk it all on one day. It's like, okay, we can go, oh well, it's red here, green here, red. Because, and you're like, okay, we'll pick that day and we'll choose that one day. That'll be our track day. No. Pick green. Then you know you have like 4 days. Minimum 4 days. I went for 3 days. I will highly recommend going for 4 days. 4 days is better. Because that first journey, the first drive, you are row off. It's like 4.5 hours there from, I'll get to that. Okay. But just pick 4 days. Green, because one of them days might be cancelled, but then it's like, oh well, it doesn't really matter because we've got 3 more greens, right? Yeah. So that's your second step, your dates. Then it's either you do ferry or Eurotunnel. Now this is the thing, I will not be taking a ferry again. It's fucking long. It's so shit, right? Eurotunnel is 30 minutes there, bang, you're done. Now for us, we're driving from Manchester, is 4.5 hours, maybe even 5 depending on traffic, and the time that we went, there were so many 50 averages, so what's going on, okay? So we're already driving 4.5 hours to Dover, okay? If you live in Dover, easier, you barely need to drive. So we're driving 4.5 hours to Dover, then there was a delay. So both sides of the pond there was a delay. Our DFDS whatever was delayed, so then they put us on a P&O, delayed by 45 minutes. So we got there on time, got there early, but even if you get there early, you can't, if your thing is delayed, you can't go anywhere, you're just stuck in line, right? So we were 45 minutes just chilling there doing nothing, right, waiting for our boat. And then they put us on a P&O, and they say that the journey is 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's not really. It's about 1 hour 45, sometimes even 2 hours of that journey, because they have to get all the cars on board, all the HGVs, boats, and then they have to close it all up, make sure it's secure, And then you're looking at the time and you're like, weren't we supposed to set off like 30 minutes ago? We're still in the port. And it's like, for fuck's sake, I will not be taking a ferry and I do not recommend it. And you might be looking at it thinking, oh, well, a ferry is cheaper. Oh, fuck off, bro. It's not worth the hassle, especially when you're coming back. When you're going, you don't really mind the delay because it's like a little adventure. You got the walkie-talkies, you're talking with the boys. But when you finish and you just want to get home, that was the worst, because when we finished, our ferry back was at 4:30. 4:35, okay, our ferry back. And they delayed it because there was a suspicious package in Calais. So this is when we wanted to go from Calais back home. We've finished our trip, we've done all that thing, okay? Bear in mind that our thingy was 4:35, right? We got there, stuck in line for like 2 hours. Nothing moving the passport place. So it was 2 hours wasted. And then because there was a suspicious package, so they stopped all the ships from coming into port. Everyone, there was just pure lines waiting. What the fuck is going on? So now it's like 7 something. Then they started letting us through. There was nothing wrong. It was just a suspicious package, so they stopped everything. Then we got to the passport thing and it was like, well, we were supposed to board at 4:30 and now it's like 7 because there's a delay. They were like, yeah, we'll put you on a 10:31. So our thingy was at 4:30. That's when we were supposed to be on there, bang bang. We timed it out. We were like, we'll be home by 12. You know, enough time. 4:30, as in not in the morning, 4:35 p.m. Okay. Then about 7ish, we got through passport. Then they were like, okay, we're gonna put you on the 10:30 ferry. What the fuck? And then 10:30 hit, still not boarded. They're waiting for the ferry. Ferry's just out in port. So what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? And it's just, you just want to get home. And it's just delay after delay. And then the ferry came about 11 something. We boarded there. We got home at 4:30 a.m. We timed it all. If everything was planned, there was no delays, we would have been home by 12. But we're setting off at like 11 something. We got to England about 12 something. I wasn't looking at the time, we were just so fucking knackered. We just wanted to get home. And never again am I going on a fucking ferry, alright? It's fucking shit. It's not worth the fucking... Oh, well, it's shit. Piss off. Eurotunnel, you get there, no delays, bang, 30 minutes, you're in there. Done. Just like that. So in September, I'm taking a fucking Eurotunnel. Don't bother, honestly. It's fucking shit. Right. So that's the third one. First one, insurance. Second, plan your dates. You need to pick the dates. Then once you know your dates, then Eurotunnel. I'm not even saying ferry. Fuck off. Don't take the ferry. Then it will be, what was the thing? Hotel. Do not worry about hotel. This is why it's like the fourth step. You might be thinking, oh, we need to look at accommodation. There is so many accommodation. Nurburgring in itself has nothing, right? Okay, I'll show you so I was in Cottonbourne is where I was staying, okay? And this is what Cottonbourne looks like. There's nothing there. It's just Airbnb, hotel, Airbnb, and there's a little car rental place over there. Okay, so now I'll show you another one. So there's Coltenberg, where Pension Hillbrook, that's where I stayed. I'll show you a picture of it here. This is the place that I stayed, really nice place, and it's in Coltenberg. I'll show you a picture here. Over there, that's where I am. That's where Nurburgring is, okay? Right there. Then over there is Adenauer, okay? I'll show you a better picture here, just like that. So I'm in Coltenberg, right there. Nurburgring is there. Adenauer is there. Now, the reason I say is there are loads of hotels, okay? The main ones near Nurburgring, they cost, I think it's the one, I forgot now, but it's like £600 a night. What the fuck? Right, I'll talk about my costs in a bit. It's the one with the swimming pool. It's £600 a night. What the fucking hell? Okay, now the reason I talk about Adenauer, or however you pronounce it, is because Adenauer has the car wash. Adenauer has restaurants. So see the place that I was staying in, there's not much there. See where Nurburgring is, that little place there's not much there. There's restaurants, but they will close late. So every night we were going to Adenauer anyway. So what I recommend is, if you are looking for a hotel, look for somewhere in Adenauer. Because if you don't know how to cook or you're not thinking, you will spend most of your nights in Adenauer like we did. We don't know how to cook, we're not cooking. My hotel didn't have breakfast, but the thing is, late at night after you've been on track, you just want to eat something, and Adenauer will have all the restaurants. It's like how do I say it? It's like a civilized place. Obviously, everywhere's civilized, but when I say civilized, it's got the most like restaurants, car wash, petrol stations, which are open late. Right? You have to remember lateness. Nurburgring in itself, that little location, will have restaurants around it, but then they will close at like 8. And if you're chilling with the boys late at night, and you're bloody starving, Adenauer will be the only place that will have restaurants open late. Okay? So, booking wise, maybe push towards Adenauer, booking somewhere there. The closer you book a hotel to Nurburgring, the more money it will cost, okay? And that journey there from Adenauer to Nurburgring is about 20 minutes. From where I was to Nurburgring, it's about 15 minutes, okay? It's not like our drive. The map looks massive, but honestly, it's very close. So maybe for the next time, or for any of you people, just look in Adenauer for a hotel. I think it's Blackheck. I did take a screenshot of it. Oh, there it is. Okay, right, yeah. I did take that hotel there, Blue Eck Hotel and Restaurant. Right, in Adenauer. That's a really good one. That's where we were supposed to stay at, but we picked somewhere else. It'll be alright. Right, so that is the 4 steps that you need to do. You know that you can drive across in Europe. You know the dates that you want. You have booked your Eurotunnel, not ferry. You know your accommodation, right? And then the 5th one is you're going to need a card, okay? So this is Starling. The Starling Bank is trying to focus on my thingy. Starling, Monza and Revolut. These 3 here are free to use. So I spent £976.96 altogether in them 3 days. Everything, since leaving my house to there. If I were to use my Halifax, they charge. Every single UK bank will charge a transaction fee. If you use Apple Pay, it will charge a transaction fee. If you use Google Pay, transaction fee every time. This is the 5th thing. You need a card, okay? That is free to use across Europe. Because every transaction you have, I use the card. If you use Apple Pay, card, transaction fee. So see that £976.96 that I spent. If I were to use my Halifax or Apple Pay, that would have been 1,000 something, 1,100 something, okay? Get yourself a card. Starling, all of these 3 you can use abroad and it's free to use. Starling, Revolut and Monza, okay? You can apply for them online. You don't even need to put in, well, you will need to put money when you go, but just apply for it online, bang, done. So that's the 5th thing. I mean, if you want to not apply, but then every transaction you're going to make is going to have a fee on it. Alright, they're going to just make money off you for nothing. All the main UK banks, they are all the same. You will not be able to use them. You can use them, but every transaction. Fee. Okay, so that's the fifth thing. So, like I was saying, £976 and 96 pence is what I spent in 3 days. Majority of that, so £349 and 9 pence of that was stuff like food, the M6 toll, like stuff that, I mean, stuff like food you will need, but majority of that price there, £349 and 9 pence, is stuff like sweets. German sweets, mugs, that you don't really need to buy, but I just bought it for like memories. I bought so much stuff, okay? And clothes, pizza, Burger King, M6 toll, Subway, Aldi. Every time you stop at a service station in EU, to use the toilet you have to give 50 cents to get in. Stuff like that, okay? So that 349 and 9 is stuff like hats, jacket, stuff that it could have been less, but like, well, I am going again in September, but it's something that you people won't spend that much on that, okay? So that's that out of the way. So ferry and hotel, my ferry cost £121 and 82 pence, and my hotel cost £121 and 74 pence. Altogether £243 and 56 pence. Like I was saying, if you book that hotel with a swimming pool, that's £600 a night. I did 3 days in Pension Hillbrook for £121 and 74 pence. Okay, so that's that. Fuel wise, altogether I spent £290 and 59 pence on fuel. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times I filled up. When I left here, it wasn't full tank, so it was like I never really got it down to like 10-mile range, okay? Because Lucas's car was really bad on fuel, so every time we stopped off when Lucas was really low, we all ended up just filling up. So I never really got it down to bare minimum for me to say, oh, I full tanked it this time, because some of the times they were just halfway, but because Lucas's was down, it was like, when might as well just fill it up all the time. Fill it up full tank, even though it doesn't need it, because the next time it's better, okay? So £290 and 59 pence just on fuel. Now, the M140 is very good on fuel in Eco Pro, but as soon as you put it in sport mode, it's done. I think 3/4 of my tank I wasted on Autobahn, right? That I wasted so much fuel on Autobahn. And that is another thing, is Autobahn. You need to pick the right route to get there. But let's get over the prices, right? We'll get to that. So fuel over there. Track. So the track is €35 on weekends and €30 on weekdays. Weekdays, yes. So it was €105 for 3 laps that I've done, and this is the card that they give you. It's the Nurburgring one. I showed you a video of this. This is the Nurburgring card. So this here, I think it still has a bit of money in it, but it lasts for 10 years. So when I go in September, I'll still have a bit of money in this. But like I was saying, €35. So what came out of my account was only £93 and 72 pence. So for 3 laps, it's €105 that I put into this card using this card, the Starling, okay? But only £93 and 72 pence came out. That's why it's very important to get yourself a Starling card, because it'll just work it out and there won't be any fees on it. That's just, it converts it, okay? So altogether, ferry, hotel, fuel and track cost me £627 and 87 pence. Okay, that's just what you have to pay. Obviously fuel is going to be different for everyone. The ferry and the hotel depends on how long you stay for. And the miles that I did 1,322 miles. So just work that out. Maybe you can work it out. 3 days I did 1,322 miles. Fuel wise, you might pay more than that, less than that. But like I was saying, this here, 627.87 pence. This is stuff that I will need to pay, that I had to pay for the 3 days, and then the £349 and 9 pence of stuff like, well, you could have done without, but some of that, I mean, the jackets and hats and glasses and sweets and stuff, didn't really need them, but I bought them anyway. Okay, so hopefully that helps in cost wise. The next time we go in September, I think we are going to stay for about 5 or 6 days, so more. But then, like I say, I won't need to buy all this junk. Well, it's not junk, it's just memories, isn't it? Stuff to say that I've done it. And now, so I've covered the cost, covered that. Now the track. Okay, what do I need to say about the track? Train of 4, what was it? Autobahn. Okay, so most of you people will want to go on Autobahn. So Autobahn, I'll show you now. So this is when you are in Calais and you want to go to Nurburgring. If you use the maps, it will tell you to go down this way. Okay, this misses Autobahn. You will not be able to go on Autobahn. What you need to go on is this top one. See where it says number 4 there? Right, all I've done here is Calais to Nurburgring. Okay, this is from when you reach Calais and you want to go to Nurburgring. Okay, this right here, right over there. See where it says 4? This is all Autobahn. That's where it starts. And what we did, so you want to choose this track. Oh, fuck off. Go back. Go back. I fucked it. Absolutely fucked it. Click that. This is the route that you need to go on. Now see here, you can go over top here. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter because most of that is Belgium. This is nonsense. As soon as that 4 starts, this is all Autobahn. So what we did, we didn't come off over here. We carried on the 61 over there, 61, and we came off, I think, around there. We came off over there or maybe there. Obviously, I don't remember. So we did all of the Autobahn, all of that is Autobahn. We honestly, it is the best time ever. 3/4 of my tank have gone over here. Okay, so that's what you need to remember. That top one is all Autobahn. Okay, if you use Waze, for some reason Waze just didn't work for me properly, so I had to use Google Maps. Right, you don't want to take this bottom route. This bottom route misses Autobahn. But this is what most people do, because once they get to Calais, the maps will just tell you to go down this way. It's quicker, but it's not really quicker, because once you get on Autobahn, I did not see any traffic. So that is the route to Autobahn, and that's the one that you have to take. Do not take the bottom one, okay? You will not experience Autobahn. You think, oh yeah, you'll be on that misses Autobahn. Autobahn starts where that 4 is, and it just carries on, okay? But then we came off around here, right? So hopefully that helps. So hopefully you learned something from that. And what I will say, walkie-talkies, non-essential again. See, it's on that side. What was I saying? Okay, so I would not recommend going by yourself to Nurburgring. Go with a group of people. So what we did, we kind of split the load. I had a spare tyre, I had my tool set, I had coolant and stuff like that. Lucas had a jack, he had a axle stand, stuff like that. Chris had a bit of tools, and so you can split the workload. Plus, if one of us breaks down, we didn't really have any troubles breaking down and stuff like that. But it's just, if you're going by yourself, that's a risky one, because you're going to have to carry all your stuff in the boot. That's all that weight. Plus, if you do break down, you're on your own. It's better to go with a group than any. We didn't really suffer any problems. I think Chris just lost his splitter. I will not be putting a splitter on my car, because his just flew off on Autobahn. And Chris, I think his exhaust flap started messing about, and it like semi-cracked. So, and our brakes were mashed. Okay, brakes wise, all of our brakes were done. So, okay. And this is another tip as well. On the Nurburgring, this is a good tip. So on the Nurburgring, don't go consecutively 3 times. That's what I did. I topped up my card. I topped up the Nurburgring card. I went round the track once, came off, came straight back on, went round it again, came off. That's 2 laps, came off, went round it again, and by the 3rd lap my brakes were fucking gone. Alright, so if you are planning on doing laps, I know now to take a break. So do 1 lap, come off, chill, have a chat with your friends, rest, let the car rest. What I did, I just did 3 consecutive laps. I just carried on going. I didn't give a chance for the car to cool down. But it lasted 3 laps just off hammering it. A lot of fuel was consumed. Brakes, they were fucking gone by the 3rd lap. I think it was, well, I don't know. See, it's very hard to memorize the track. The first time I went around the track, I wish I captured that footage. I'm a fucking idiot. How long have I been using a GoPro for? And it beeped 3 times and I forgot to. If you watch the trip to Nurburgring, you'll understand. Right, so that first lap is just a lap to get used to the track. It's very hard to memorize that track. So the second lap I went round, I gave it a bit more power. I was like, okay. But then I think it was one occasion where you're doing decent speed, but then it's like a little bump. It's like a hump, but you can't see over the bump. And I thought it was, this is that turn where it goes like that and it goes to the right. So I'm on the left. I'm like, I'm ready for this bump. I've gone over the hill. Oh shit, the turn's on the left. So I had to hard brake, because I thought I was following the apex line. I was ready for it. I was like, yeah, this is that. Over the hill, into the right. So I was going decent speed. Then I've gone over the hill, fucking left. It's gone to the left. So I had to slam on a bit and then fix myself and then go around. It's very hard to memorize that whole track. If you've been there loads of time, you will know every corner. By the 3rd lap, I still didn't know every corner. I didn't know what was coming after. I've like gone around this and it's like, shit, was this the bend that goes like that, or is this the... Very hard to memorize. Maybe next time I'll know a bit of it, but to know the whole track, very hard. So I wouldn't recommend going all out on the first one. Second lap, like I say, just take breaks. And by the 3rd lap, I think it was near to the end, my brakes just started failing. Like I was pushing down on the brakes, but they just wasn't stopping. Like it's spongy as hell. So because I done it consecutively, right? And then I think it was like near the end. So what I did, I just stick to the right, and I was like, I'm not gonna risk it, because I wasn't stopping. Like I was going into corners, I was pressing the brakes, but I was like, oh fucking hell, it's not stopping. So then I took it easy at the end, and then I was like, no more laps, brakes are fucked. After 3 good laps is fucking best time ever. And Also, what else do I need to tell you? Sundays. Sundays, nothing is open in Germany. No shops, no meets, no nothing. Okay, so remember that if you are booking a day out, Sundays everything will be closed. Not the track, obviously the track will be open. But like places like Aldi, most restaurants will be closed around the track, and this is what I was saying about Adenauer. Restaurants will still be open over there. Okay? Sundays, it's like they just don't work, no one works. And I think I have covered everything. And I shall see you. And if you do plan on wanting it to come, just message me on Insta, because we plan on going on, trying to get all the sides. September, but not confirmed, but if my car is ready by then, which I think it will be, I plan on going again in September. It's gonna be a fucking good trip, boys. Alright, thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.